So, can you guess by the title what we're doing today? It's something I promised I would do a while back. We are going to go around all of my settlements, and I'm just going to do scrap all and then toggle free camera. Just so you can see what happens when you scrap everything. Of course, we're skipping Sanctuary since I scrapped Sanctuary previously. But there's a little bit of a mod showcase here as well that we're going to be doing. I'll show you in a minute, once you finish loading into the game. Now, yesterday I did a little bit of an early preview of my Pip-Boy overhaul mod. This is a little bit different. The mod's already up on the Nexus, but in an earlier version. I have got an overhaul to power armor that people should know about from the Nexus. However, what you may not know about is the current version I'm working on adds compatibility for, like, you know, there's a mod out there that allows you to separate the coloring from the armor from, like, the special effects. So, like, for example, if I go to the left arm here, you can see Night Paint, Optimized Bracer is legendary, and then the titanium plating, where I could either do the Charisma boost or one of these other ones. I want the titanium plating because, you know, armor health is important to me. And I added a little section for Warzone's immersive paints as well, which would overwrite, you know, default paint. So technically I have two paints on it, but there. You can see I've got Atom Cats, although the shield increases strength and all pieces are painted, so on and so forth. And I have a new category that I still haven't quite figured out all the nuances of. Here, it's not visible, is it? It should be visible. Why is it not visible? What madness are you up to, OBS? Why does it not want to show it? No, it's showing the right window. Yet when I click over to Fallout 4, it doesn't actually show it. That is so weird. For some reason, it's not actually capturing Fallout 4. Alright, well, we'll switch over to monitor capture. That is so weird. Alright, so as I was saying, so, you know, the mod's already up on the Nexus, and, you know, as you can see, it's designed to have compatibility with a few other mods. So it's actually going to have some dependencies when I upload the next version of it. Because you can always use the older version. All of the new version does is it adds additional dependencies and additional compatibility, and additional functionality, but the old version I'll keep up there. Anyway, so as you can see here, I've got the Night Paint here. And it supports Warzone, so Warzone does technically override that paint. I technically would have two paints if I wanted it. I might tinker with that and see if I can find a way of properly merging the two of them together, so it's all just one paint section. But you see, Warzone likes to do all this stuff under material, so what I probably have to do is actually change the material keyword to be the Warzone's keyword. Well, maybe in the future, we'll see. Anyway, and of course there's also differences, like here there's some special effects that are done on some of them. So you can see we've got this, which is actually technically a different special effect. So you could really kind of min-max if you wanted to. Then there's the standard upgrades. And of course, I'm using the PAMP, Power Armor Overhaul mod. And one thing it did is that it actually pulled the photovoltaic mod out of the helmet, so you had the photovoltaic coating set on top of, you know, like the recon sensors or what else. So the photovoltaic coating is its own thing. I looked at that and I did sort of a similar thing because there is one other item. There's one item that, to me, I feel like you should be able to have access to, and it's kind of not related to the other armors, so I will show you. I'm going to pop into the torso here. You see I've got the titanium plating, I've got the jetpack, but I've also got core assembly. Because normally these would be underneath the same menu, but the jetpack's the only one with a visual change, so I can see these all be like internal modifications. While the jetpack's an external modification. You know, maybe if some modder in the future were to come up with a way for the Tesla, you know, devices to be visible, the Tesla coils, then I'd move that into the same system. But the idea here is now that I've got the core assembly here, which is, where is it? Increases action point refresh rate. I can do the medic pump, text hits automatically by the stun pack, or the reactive plates or stealth was all these things I consider to be internal modifications. And I separate them out so I can actually have those and the jetpack separately. So, and of course this also has all the other modifications I did to power armor. So if I pop into my power armor, you'll notice that apparently I've leveled up. Now you'll notice that, where is it? There it is, a pair I was looking for. So you can see here it's got a very high ballistics resistance. You've got a very high, that's poison resistance right there. So you're essentially immune to poison when you're in a full suit of power armor, because it's actually based upon each individual piece. If I were to take off, say, the bracers, you'd notice that my poison resist goes down. So actually each individual piece of your armor will affect your resistance to poison and radiation. So when you're in the full suit, you're pretty much immune to radiation and poison, because you're in a fully contained suit of power armor. You should be used to it. Hell, according to the lore inside of the Museum of Freedom, they use these things on the moon, so you know. Yeah. So we got that going on. I threw in, because the game actually has a system, does actually have a fire damage type and a cryo damage type, so I just threw in some token fire and ice. You know, someone in the future might come up with a more detailed fire system for more diverse damage. I just threw in some token resistances. Alrighty. Alrighty. So, Abernethy Farm. Our first stop. Alright, so I've got a full save right there. Good. I just wanted to make sure. Because that way I can just keep jumping between the locations and load my older full save. I don't have to keep loading and reloading. Alright, so here we go. We're at Abernethy Farm. Screep. All. Toggle. Free camera. Let's do it this way. Toggle free camera. So there's Abernethy Farms area. When you scrap everything. As you can see here, the only thing that actually stays behind that can't be scrapped, because I'm using a scrap everything mod, so it does add a few extra options, but as you can see, the only thing that's left behind basically is a couple of planks and this big primary structure. Everything else is just gone. Red rocket, I guess? Why not? Scrap ball. And let's see. Toggle free camera. So, not the largest of workspaces, as you can see here. And the main, and pretty much the main building is left standing. Alright, let's see here. Outpost Simonja. I suspect I should be able to scrap the entire thing except for, like, well, I believe there's like a large broadcasting tower, or radio tower, something like that. Alright. Scrap ball. Toggle free camera. So it's actually got a non-standard size, as you can see here. The only thing that's maintained being this central... Really, it's just like a central block. There's nothing else. Let's see. Starlight driving? Starlight driving. Still having a fight here? Good grief, I killed all the super mutants. Scrap ball. Toggle free camera. Toggle free camera, there we go. So, you can see here. So there really isn't too much left if you're using a scrap everything mod. The only things that are basically required is the projector here. That little workhouse there. The primary building here. That's really about it. Sunshine Trading Co. Now I will mention this right here and now. On this particular character, I don't have Spectacle Island or Covenant unlocked as settlements, so we won't be looking at those today. And if there are others I don't know about, yeah, I'm not sure I can know about. Yeah, I guess mega. Let's see, we want to do scrap all and toggle free camera.
As well.
Get a quick overview of the area. So Sunshine Tidings, as you can see here, is a pretty nicely sized area. However, you do still have the primary buildings. Unfortunately, they haven't created a mod yet that allows you to control the weather, so I can't change the weather to be nice and pretty all the time. But that's what we got at Sunshine. A lot of buildings. I could definitely see a case for using scrap all at Sunshine when you first come here. There's a lot of potential that could be taken advantage of here. And let's see. Grey Garden? Yeah, it's the next closest one. My webcam is not working either, is it? Oh boy. Nothing seems to want to work today. There we go. At least something's working. Alright. Scrapple! Toggle free camera. Let's try that again. Toggle free camera. Alright, so as you can see here, there really isn't too much to write home about in terms of the size of the plot of land you have to work with at Grey Gardens. The, of course, overpass is still here. That's to be expected. And the greenhouse is here, but the greenhouse is, of course, completely empty. So there's that. There is that. Happy New Year to Eric. Alrighty, on to our next location of the Scrap All Show. Show supply lines, Oberlin Station. We did Outpost Zumanji. Yeah, let's go south. Let's just work our way south and then we'll work our way east. Oberlin Station. Okay, so I should be within the borders. Scrap all. Toggle free camera. So again, not the largest plot of land. But all that's really maintained is an empty building. Is this one standing building. Everything else gets scrapped. Somerville Place. Enter into that mode and scrap all. Toggle free camera. So it's already looking like this is a pretty large plot of land to work with. Yeah, pretty nice large plot of land. Get one busted up old junker of a house. Of course there's nothing in it. Except for a couple of beds that wouldn't go away. Alright, let's see here. Hankman's Alley is technically the next one. We're going strictly by longitude and latitude. It's the next one east. Alright. Alright, let's see here. Scrap everything! Toggle free camera. So it's certainly an interesting space, to say the least. It's not a very big space. A lot of stuff to cramp you in. But it is an interesting space, to say the least. I'm not sure how high you can build. In fact, that's a good question. Can we actually see the outer green borders? I don't think we can. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be much of an indication of where the outer edge is. I mean, I suppose I could keep going until I hit an error, like saying you're leaving the workshop zone. But so far I haven't run into that. I'm going pretty far. Okay, maybe it's not counting because I'm in free camera and not actual toggle clipping. So let's try TFC and toggle God mode, toggle collision. Here. Alright, so it's got a pretty normal collision zone. Would be our next most east one. Guess technically it's Jamaica Plains. Alright. Scrap all. And toggle free camera. Yep. Hello? Apparently you can still hear me, but nothing. My god, everything went weird on OBS.